overboard.
Welcome back everyone to another NRG, and this is the Capcom classic beat 'em up Final Fight on the Amstrad CPC. Now, what can we say about this port of the game? Well, nice music, it's got nice music, and I tell you what, it really does try its best to replicate the arcade. It's for the limited amount of resources you have with the older AMI. It really does try its best to give a faithful arcade port. It doesn't, I mean, you're going into sort of like the Golden Axe kind of Altered Beast realm here. Not so much as trying to replicate the arcade so much like Altered Beast where it all falls down in the gameplay completely, I mean totally. And obviously making stipulated cuts as they did with Golden Axe to replicate the game rather faithfully but not play in the kind of fluid way. The same can be said for Final Fight. You've got these lovely cutscenes there. You've got this nice little intro tune, which I believe is based off the arcade tune. And these are all the cutscenes that you got from the arcade. And there he is, Mayor Hager on the phone. Lovely shade of sunset red there, with the story playing out in text below. You saw the kind of stuff that sort of went on in the arcade. You've also got sort of like screenshots of Cody and Guy as well, which is good stuff. Here he is. Old Slasher, or whatever his name is, Demond, is it? I don't know, his name varies, doesn't it, from different ports of the game. But anyway, we're going to play through the intro, just to show you the intro. But the game itself, it suffers from a few problems. I mean, not graphically. Graphically, I think it's very pretty and very clever what US Gold have actually done. US Gold weren't particularly famed for making good ports. Here we go, there's Cody and Guy. Nice little replications of their arcade icon counterparts there. You can also choose all three of the characters if you wish. You also get 3 credits in the game, so if you die as one character you can then respawn as one of the other characters, which is a nice little touch they've added. So, and it gives you little stats here as well. Here we go for Hager, and there's one for Cody and there's one for Guy. I think we'll go with Hager to start with. Everyone seems to go. It looks the best, I think, as well, presented in the game itself. There's Guy. Yeah, not bad little drawings, I must admit. They're pretty good, done in Modo, of course. They're not bad. I mean, graphically, I think is actually very impressive. Unfortunately, so much focus has been placed on the graphics to make it very sort of familiar to the arcade, and with the big sprites and the nice, colourful backgrounds, that the gameplay suffers as a detriment, as does the audio after that the tune is finished. The audio doesn't stand up anymore, and here we go with the game. And as we can see, it looks great. I think they've done a very good job of. The sprites are huge. I mean, they're massive, and the animation is not perfect. It's not great. It's very frame jumpy and skippy. Yeah, and you know what? The scrolling is actually pretty good as well. The scrolling is actually pretty smooth, surprisingly enough. And the backgrounds are nice. There's lots of colour going on. Yeah, you can get a little special move there. Excellent. Flattened Hollywood. There he goes. NG bar at the top there. You've got all the details, the time limit and everything. Flying kicks, punches. You haven't got all the moves set here. You've got a very limited set of moves. You've got Hager's punch. You've got Hager's sort of like round double lariat. His flying kick, his standing kick, and his lovely pile driver, which looks spectacular, I think. But the thing is, you haven't got his sort of like lurch attack or anything like that, or his backbreaker or anything like that. And this is where the problem is. It's not so much as that. There we go. Grab some food. That's nice as well. Nice little touch. You've got all that as well. You haven't got so much of a problem with the lack of moves. I mean, Cody's got a lack of moves. So has Guy. He's got his special move. He's got a flying kick and he's got a punch. As you would expect, but none of the sort of additional moves that you got in the arcade. The problem comes with not only the speed. Let's start with the speed of this. It is very slow, very melodious in the way it moves. As much as how smooth it moves, it's just so slow to keep going. You kind of have to sort of like lose interest after a while. because you've got to move it faster. It's yeah, I can understand, you know, they made the stipulation to make it not go that fast to sort of like generate the massive sprites and the very impressive graphics going on. But yeah, it's a very slow-paced game, and quite tiresome when you're just dragging it out for so long. And the other big problem, of course, in this is the hit detection is so random. You can't. I mean, there we go. See, like, I thought I would have hit them with the drain pipe there. Completely missed them, and it's like, well, what happens there? Half the time, it's a random occurrence of whether you're going to hit them or not. More often than not, you will. But in other places, you'll be in a position where you should be hitting them or grabbing them or whatever. Especially with weapons, it's even worse with weapons. But no, you just get kicked to yourself and smacked to the floor just like that by Big Bam Bigelow or whatever his name is. Bill Ball. That's Bill Ball. Sorry, that was a wrestler I just said, wasn't it? And I like the way the names of the enemies come up at the bottom as well. That's really cool. I mean, another little touch there. And you can see the jump in there, extremely slow. Not great. So the hit detection is a massive negative, especially with weapons, like I say. But probably the worst is the input lag, and there is so much input lag in this. It's unbearable. It becomes unbearable to actually tolerate. One of the worst bits of input lag would be the actual movement, the actual punching. Look, I'm hitting Bill Ball here, and nothing's happening. Oh dear, look, come on, hit him. No, see, he managed to punch, old 2P, or whatever his name is, managed to punch me, but I didn't manage to whack him with a pipe. Not good. This is a position of terrible hit detection here. I should be actually, oh, there we go, smack, smack, pick up a pipe up, and nothing happens. Really annoying. I didn't even move position there. So, sorry, I was just showing you another, what happened there? Don't even know. I just did a backflip. I didn't even get hit, did I? I don't know. But anyway, that was another example of the bad hit detection. But like I said, the input lag is probably the worst aspect of the game, and this is probably why lots of Amstrad fans really hate on this version of Final Fight, the Amstrad port of Final Fight. The input lag is just dreadful. Moving around, the moment you get knocked down or even land from a flying kick, you get stuck in some sort of frozen time-space limbo. You go to move and you won't move. It takes 3 or 4 efforts to move down or move up, and then finally you go, oh yeah, I'll move. By that point, you've probably got a smack in the face. So that makes the game really difficult to play, really frustrating to play, and you just end up, oh, you know what, I'm sick of this. You get through the first level. I mean, it's got the levels in there, the enemies are in there, the enemies are obviously less frequent. And of course all the sort of in-game special effects, lots of them missing, like busting through doors and stuff. You do have the boss characters in place, many of them. Yeah, can't play 2-player either, I believe. I believe that's out of the question, as far as I'm concerned. Anyway, I've never seen it being played 2-player. As far I've never got it to play 2-player either. So that's that. But you know, highlights are good, really good graphics. It looks really nice. Look at this in the stills. It looks a fantastic game. But you play it and you think, yeah, now I know what's happened here with this. I don't know how they would have got around this. Maybe they should have gone for a bit of a monochromic look. Maybe less colours. Maybe got it moving quicker. But certainly get that input lag sorted out, because that input lag really kills the game for me. If that wasn't there, if it was responsive to your controls and you actually moved when you bloody moved your joystick, then maybe you could sort of like say, yeah, this is a 70% game, given the power of the graphics, even with the poor sort of shoddy, bitty audio, and lackluster audio, should I say. Poor is a bit of an unfair thing to say, but lackluster. But yeah, alas, that wasn't the case. They went for looks. It was a brave attempt. It was an admirable attempt to sort of get this very sort of like high quality port of an arcade onto the Amstrad. But unfortunately, the gameplay aspect just completely lets it down, and it's a shame. It really is a shame, because it looks great. Presentation wise, it's fine. Can't fault it for that. But gameplay wise, it sucks. So, sorry. That's enough for me, and that's enough from Final Fight. Cheers. Novabug out.